Doa.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Allah, sesungguhnya Engkaulah Tuhan yang mempunyai kebesaran dan keagungan, yang memerintah dan mentadbir alam sekalian. Tiada berlaku sesuatu melainkan dengan kehendak dan kekuasaan daripada-Mu jua. Kepada Engkaulah sebenar-benarnya tempat kami meletakkan harapan dan memohon pertolongan. Ya Allah, apalah kiranya dengan kemurahan-Mu Engkau anugerahkan kepada kami sebaik-baik ilham dan fikiran, dan berikanlah kami sebaik-baik pimpinan untuk menjalankan tugas dan kewajipan kami. Mudahkan kepada kami segala kerumitan dalam menyelesaikan persoalan-persoalan yang diperbahaskan di dalam sidangan kami ini, dan sampaikanlah kami kepada kata sepakat dan tujuan-tujuan yang muktamad demi untuk kepentingan dan kebaikan negara. Seterusnya, kepada Engkaulah juga kami harapkan agar segala usaha dan cita-cita kerajaan dalam rancangan-rancangan pembangunannya akan berhasil dan berjaya untuk membawa kemakmuran, keadilan dan kebahagiaan kepada rakyat seluruhnya. Amin.
Pemasyuran daripada Tuan Speaker.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi dan salam sejahtera. Leave of absence. Ahli-ahli yang berhormat, I've granted leave of absence under Standing Order 81 to firstly Yang Berhormat Datuk Roland Saga Wee-In, Minister of Education, Innovation and Talent Development, and Honourable Member for N20 Tarat. And secondly, to Yang Berhormat Dr. Sri Tiong King Sing, Honourable Member for N52 Dudung, for today and tomorrow's sitting.
Sambungan perbahasan usul penghargaan atas ucapan Tuan Yang Terutama yang di-Pertua Negeri Sarawak.
Ahli-ahli yang berhormat, dengan hormatnya saya ingin menjemput Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Haji Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, Menteri Pelancongan, Industri Kreatif dan Seni Persembahan, untuk menyampaikan ucapan penggulungan. Silakan.
Terima kasih, Datuk Speaker. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Salam Sarawakku sayang. Alhamdulillah, saya bersyukur kepada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala kerana diberi peluang untuk menyampaikan ucapan penggulungan untuk Kementerian Pelancongan, Industri Kreatif dan juga Seni Persembahan pada pagi ini. Saya memulakan penggulungan saya dan mengucapkan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan kepada Tuan Yang Terutama yang di-Pertua Negeri Sarawak di atas perasmian dan juga ucapan sempena pembukaan Mesyuarat Pertama Penggal Kedua Dewan Undangan Negeri Sarawak yang ke-19 pada 15 hari bulan Mei 2023 baru-baru ini, dan juga kepada ahli-ahli yang berhormat di Dewan yang mulia ini kerana turut serta dalam perbahasan dan juga memberi sokongan kepada ucapan Tuan Yang Terutama. Saya bersyukur kerana sepanjang Dewan Undangan Negeri yang bersidang kita telah mendengar perbahasan-perbahasan ahli-ahli yang berhormat di mana terdapat banyak cadangan-cadangan yang bernas, termasuk terhadap rang Undang-Undang Sarawak Craft Council yang dibentangkan oleh saya yang telah diluluskan dalam Dewan yang mulia ini. Dengan izin saya ingin memulakan penggulungan saya dengan dua rangkap pantun. Burung merak, burung kayangan, cendrawasih si burung kayangan. Sekali lagi ya. Burung merak, burung kenyalang, cendrawasih si burung kayangan. Negeri Sarawak indah kepalang, bandarnya bersih, pusat pelancongan. Gunung Santubong tersergam indah, tempat bermain putri berdua. Industri kreatif terkenallah sudah, lambang warisan rakyat berbudaya. Datuk Speaker, the Ministry is currently on course to realise the vision for Sarawak to be a premier tourism destination and a showcase of unique art, culture and heritage. Our sail is set with the mission to lead the advancement of Sarawak's tourism, culture and heritage. There are 5 state agencies that come under the jurisdiction of my ministry, namely Sarawak Museum Department, Sarawak Tourism Board, Sarawak Convention Bureau, Sarawak Arts Council, and Sarawak Craft Council. There are also 3 federal agencies that come under my ministry's watching brief, namely Perbadanan Kemajuan Kraftangan Malaysia, Jabatan Kebudayaan dan Kesenian Negara ataupun JKKN, Lembaga Penggalakan Pelancongan Malaysia. Tourism sector's outlook, scenario and outlook. According to the United Nations World Tourism Organization, or in short UNWTO, its barometer on the 9th of May 2023 issue, the global tourism sector has continued to show its resilience. In the year 2022, there were 960 million international tourist arrivals that restored 66% of the pre-pandemic level. For the first quarter of 2023, an estimated 235 million tourists were recorded with the restoration of 80% of pre-pandemic levels compared to the same corresponding period in 2022. Tourist arrivals into Malaysia in 2022 has increased by 7,375.03% to 10.07 million as compared to the same corresponding period in 2021, and generated ringgit Malaysia 28.2 billion tourism receipts, while Sarawak in 2022 has received 2.03 million visitors arrival, which is an increase of 761.84% as compared to the same corresponding period in 2021, bringing in an estimated tourism receipt of ringgit Malaysia 4.96 billion. As of April 2023, Sarawak has received 1.3 million visitors arrival with an increase of 315.41% as compared to the same period in 2022, and generating ringgit Malaysia 3.27 billion tourism receipts. Despite this encouraging trend, tourism's recovery still faces some challenges. According to UNWTO, the economic situation remains the main factor weighing on the effective recovery of international tourism in 2023, with high inflation and rising oil prices translating into higher transportation and accommodation costs. As a result, tourists are expected to increasingly seek value for money and travel closer to home. Uncertainty derived from the various mounting geopolitical tension and conflicts also continue to represent a downside risk. On a more 2023 and expecting to generate ringgit Malaysia 7.25 billion in tourism receipts. International tourism is expected to continue its recovery in 2023, while domestic tourism will continue to support overall performance, fueled by demand for destinations closer to home as tourists look for open-air activities, nature-based products, and rural tourism. Restarting tourism. My ministry, Dr. Speaker, together with our agencies, have been implementing short-term measures to sustain the recovery of the tourism, art and culture industry, working hand in hand with the Federal Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture, or in short MOTAC, excuse me, and also with our tourism industry players and stakeholders. Siasito Sarawak's campaign. The Sarawak Tourism Board has introduced travel incentive through Siasito Sarawak campaign and Siasito Sarawak accommodation campaigns to promote domestic intrastate travel. Besides, visitors incentive packages, or in short, we call it VIPs, and Siasito Sarawak Plus campaign were also introduced to promote interstate travel. The total recorded sales from Siasito Sarawak campaign in 2022 are ringgit Malaysia 6.5 million, with 800 tour packages sold, benefiting 6,406 visitors with 15,277 room nights booked through Siasito Sarawak accommodation. For the year 2023, due to the popularity of Siasito Sarawak and Siasito accommodation, the campaign is back again with global Siasito vacations, starting from the 1st of May to the 16th of July 2023. This collaboration between STB with Malaysia Association of Hotels, or MAH, is offering up to 144 total packages and targeting 9,000 non-Sarawakians and foreigners an opportunity to visit Sarawak. Sarawak Tourism Online Ecosystem Fund, or STOF, introduced in the year 2020, STOF is an incentive funding amounting to ringgit Malaysia 5,000 per application, benefiting 155 companies, totaling ringgit Malaysia 775,000 until 2022. Applications are open to trade companies registered with the Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture Malaysia, namely agencies such as Sarawak Inbound Tour Operators, hotels, homestay clusters, handicraft entrepreneurs, and tourism-related attractions are eligible to apply. STOF, which is a catalyst to increase the digital footprint, extends its fourth time this year with a total allocation of ringgit Malaysia 250,000, is eligible for the first 50 companies. NFT, or non-fungible token. With great pride and excitement, I would like to mention that my ministry received the first NFT, or non-fungible token, from the Sarawak Artist Society, or SAS, on the 21st of February 2023. This historical milestone marked the first ever NFT given to the Sarawak government, and I believe it is also the first in Malaysia to receive one. As we continue to carry out our Premier's vision of digitalization, we should consider looking into embracing NFT, blockchain, and metaverse technologies. I'm confident that these technologies will usher in a new era of prosperity for our future, as well as preserving our cultural heritage. Events and festivals. My ministry has been facilitating events and festivals organized by various agencies and tourism industry through our events support grant. These events attract an inbound visitors and generate economic spin-off for the local communities, besides creating visibility for international media attention. For the year 2022, my ministry has supported a total of 128 events and festivals throughout the state, with a total grant disbursed of Ringgit Malaysia 31,568,549 ringgit. As of May 2023, my ministry has allocated Ringgit Malaysia 15,950,612 ringgit to support 74 local and international events. The recently concluded Spartan Race Sarawak 2023, held on the 6th of May of this month, 2023, at Curtin University in Negeri, recorded a total of 2,512 participants, with 620 international participants from 18 countries. In the movie category, the film Sumpahan Jerunai, or Burial Pole, which receives support grant from my ministry in 2019, is set to be shown in the cinema on the 27th of July 2023. The storyline is based on the ancient Melanau practice of sacrifice during the 13th century Borneo. Among the other major events and films supported by the ministry for the year are, firstly, Borneo International Garden Expo Sarawak 2023, or in short, Big X. It was held on the 17th to the 19th of March 2023. The Miri Marathon 2023 on the 19th of March. Sape Junior, which was shown live on TV on the 6th and the 13th of May 2023. Kejohanan Muay Thai Piala TYT yang dipertua Negeri Sarawak 2023 from the 12th to the 14th of May 2023. Fifthly, Negeri Tamu Pesta Buku Antarabangsa Kuala Lumpur on the 26th of May to the 6th of June. I will be flying down to Kuala Lumpur to officiate this one on the 26th of May. Pertandingan Tok Basker Challenge 2023 on the 24th of June and the 1st of July 2023. Anugerah Seniman on the 10th of June 2023. Then 8, Pata Destination Experience Marketing Forum and MART on the 21st to the 23rd of June 2023. We have not forgotten Lawas also. Lawas, it will be hosting Lawas Asian Floating Market Festival on the 23rd to 25th of June 2023. 10, Nuasa Seni Fashion Show on the 9th of July 2023. 11, Nyamai Sarawak Gastronomy Festival on the 16th to the 22nd of August 2023. 12th Tek Kang film production on the 7th August to the 7th of September 2023. We are organizing a craft expo, a big craft expo actually, which is called Asia Craft 2023 Expo and Forum from the 12th to the 14th of September 2023. We will also be hosting Raja Mas, Divine Protector of Salako production. It's a film production on the 17th September to the 16th of October 2023. We are also hosting Pertandingan Bintang Kecil on the 2023 from the 27th of August up to the 3rd of September 2023, which is going to be open to all Malaysians, and we will be live also on TV. My ministry continues to receive application for supporting grants, and this will be evaluated based on criteria under the ministry's Garis Panduan Penganjuran Acara, Pesta, Industri Kreatif dan juga Seni Persembahan berkaitan pelancongan kesenian dan kebudayaan Sarawak 2023. This year, a few international events have been confirmed to be held in Sarawak. Among others, the Rainforest World Music Festival, which is going to be held on the 23rd to the 25th of June 2023. For the record, the early bird tickets has all been sold out. So if you are to see, that shows the interest to this year's Rainforest World Music Festival. Secondly, ASEAN International Film Festival, or IFA, and awards from on the 2nd to the 4th of August 2023. Then we have got the 9th edition Sarawak International Dragon Boat Regatta 2023 from the 27th to the 29th of October 2023. We will also be hosting the Sarawak Regatta at Kuching Waterfront Fest on the 3rd to the 5th of November 2023. We will still be continuing with the Borneo Jazz Festival, Miri, which is going to be held in Miri on the 27th and 28th of October 2023. My ministry also worked with local tourism, art and culture events. Each DTTG has also been allocated with supporting grants to create video content for the Sarawak 60th anniversary or Sarawak 60th Independent Digital Exhibition and Celebration. Industry engagement. Datuk Speaker, my ministry is continuously developing our partnership with tourism, art and culture industry through the Inter-Agency Tourism Collaboration, or in short IATC, which is chaired by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry. We have got another one that is Sarawak Tourism Coordination Committee, in short STCC, which is chaired by my Deputy Minister of Tourism. And there is another big committee, Sarawak Tourism Steering Committee, or STSC, which is chaired by myself. The first STSC meeting was held on the 21st of March 2023 to update the government agencies and industry players on our 2022 performances and chart the way forward for 2023. This will be followed by the STSC initiative via the STCC, which hold 3 meetings in the year. The first meeting is scheduled to be held the end of this month on the 29th of May 2023 in Miri. Flight connectivity. Kuching as an Umrah gateway. Sarawak Tourism Board has signed an MOA, or Memorandum of Agreement, on the Kuching Umrah Gateway, or KUG initiative on the 6th of October 2022. This initiative will provide direct flight from Kuching to Jeddah and Medina in Saudi Arabia, commencing in the year 2023, that is this year. We project more than 200,000 visitor arrivals within 6 years through this KUG. KUG visitors can enjoy direct flight to Jeddah or Medina, while feeder flights will be from Pontianak, Balikpapan, Banjarmasin, Samarinda, Ujung Padang, Jakarta, Indonesia, and Mindanao, Philippines, to support the mainline operation of the Umrah flight carriers. Through these programs, travelers can fly from each respective location and stop over in Kuching for a pre or post tour before they fly to Jeddah or Medina, or on their journey home. The KUG operation is expected to commence in the upcoming Umrah session in the third quarter of 2023. Tourism marketing and promotion. For the year 2023, Sarawak Tourism Board has planned 55 marketing initiatives with the objective of conversion and growth through participation in domestic and international trade and consumers fair and product update roadshow. For the period of January to March, just a period of 3 months, 2023, Sarawak Tourism Board has participated in the following programs. Firstly, South Asia Tourism and Trade Exchange, or SATE, SATTE 2023 in Delhi, India. Secondly, Route Asia 2023 in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Thirdly, Travex ASEAN Tourism Forum, or OATF, in Jakarta, Indonesia. Fourthly, Astindo Travel Fair in Tangerang, Indonesia. Fifthly, Malaysia Healthcare Expo in Jakarta, Indonesia. Sixthly, ASITA Jakarta Travel Mart in Indonesia. 7, Natas Travel Fair in Singapore. 8, Tourism Malaysia Brunei Networking Session in Brunei. 9, Makta 2023 in Helsinki, Finland. 10, Tourism Malaysia Nordic Roadshow in Finland, Sweden, Norway, as well as in Denmark. 11, ITB Berlin 2023, which was held recently. I attended this one. 12, TM STB Sarawak Products Update in Amsterdam, Netherlands. 13, Tourism Malaysia Sales Mission Taiwan in Taipei and Kaohsiung. 14, Mata Fair Kuala Lumpur. 15, Mata Fair Johor. 16, Sarawak More Than Ever Business Networking Session with Penang, Perak, Kelantan, Terengganu, and Pahang. 17, Sarawak Fest 2023 at Mitsui Premium Outlet in Sepang. So you can see, we just within a period of 3 months, we have got STB has arranged or participated in 17 programs within and outside of Malaysia. For the months of January to December 2022, Sarawak Tourism Board generated 1.12 billion eyeballs in readership, viewership, listenership through traditional and online platform, generating a PR value of at least Ringgit Malaysia 97 million. Meanwhile, digital visibility is 13.1 million for the same period. STB, or Sarawak Tourism Board, will continue with these initiatives in the year 2023 to ensure and enhance Sarawak visibility in the global eyes. Sarawak Tourism Board has also added another award to its 5 awards which it received last year, which is the Best Booth Planning Award during the 38th Seoul International Travel Fair 2023 in Seoul, South Korea, by planning the booth with novel and creative ideas. Congratulations to Sarawak Tourism Board. Sarawak Malaysia My Second Home, or SMM2H program. Since adopting the Malaysia My Second Home program in 2007, the Ministry has approved a total of 1,870 participants to date, with the refinement of requirement from the 1st of September 2022. There were 411 successful applicants in 2022, an increase of 1,422% in the number of successful applicants as compared to the year 2021. My ministry has developed the SMM2H management and online application system with science to facilitate the overall application process, covering daily operating functions, including application submission and application processing by the Ministry and the Department of Immigration, Malaysia. The system went live on the 25th of April 2023 and currently is on a trial-run basis until the 31st of May 2023. It is set to receive online application effective from the 1st of June 2023. Regional Tourism Satellite Account, or RTSA. My ministry, in collaboration with the Department of Statistics, Malaysia, has continued to develop the second Regional Tourism Satellite Account, or RTSA 2023. This exercise is a positive step towards understanding the economic impact of the tourism industry. The data and analysis generated through RTSA will provide a more comprehensive, with valuable insights and data to measure the success of tourism initiatives and marketing campaigns from policy planning and tourism development. Business event. In the year 2022, through Business Event Sarawak by Sarawak Convention Bureau, we secured 100 business events worth Ringgit Malaysia 326.3 million in total economic impact. Ringgit Malaysia 117.3 million in delegate expenditure. Ringgit Malaysia 19.6 million in taxes, and approximately 26,000 job opportunities. Out of these 100 secured events, 91 of these events are expected to make a total of 484 impacts, and these impacts align with the post-COVID-19 Development Strategy 2030 goals. And in addition, we have also successfully hosted 100 other business events worth Ringgit Malaysia 230.3 million in total economic impact. Ringgit Malaysia 125.1 million in delegate expenditure. Ringgit Malaysia 13.8 million in taxes, and created 18,275 jobs. The legacy impact performances of these 100 hosted events stand at 553 impact points. We also succeeded in winning every international bid last year. Recently, on the 12th of May 2023, we concluded the 10 Anak Sarawak Award. Our Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak has announced that from 2024 onward, the award is set to be rebranded as the Borneo Inspires Legacy Award, and that Sarawak will be Malaysia's as well as Borneo's first legacy capital. Starting today, that is the 23rd of May 2023, until the 25th of May 2023, Sarawak will be participating at the IMEX Expo or IMEX Frankfurt, Germany, which is one of the largest business event trade show in the world. Sarawak's delegation is led by my deputy, honorable member for Balai Ringin. We are launching for the first time our first stand-alone pavilion featuring a mini exhibition on PCDS 2030, Sarawak Legacy Impact Development, and the International Journal of Business Event and Legacies. We shall also launch the Legacy Impact Master Action Plan 2023 to 2025. Performance-wise, we are on track with a total of 51 secured events out of the target 100 events. We have already exceeded our target by 124%, respectively, for total economic impact at Ringgit Malaysia 181.3 million, direct delegate expenditure at Ringgit Malaysia 98.5 million, tax revenue of Ringgit Malaysia 10.9 million, and employment opportunities at 14,390. Some substantial events we have secured in 2023, among others, include the 54th Asia Pacific Academic Consortium for Public Health Conference 2023, which will bring in about 1,000 delegates. The 13th Asian Aerosol Conference, which will bring in about 650 delegates. Asia Pacific Green Hydrogen and Exhibition 2024, which will bring in about 450 delegates and 160 exhibition booths. Asia Carbon Conference 2023, which will bring in about 400 delegates. Fifthly, Asian Society of Pediatric Anesthesiologists Conference 2024, which will bring in about 600 delegates. That's the reason why I've wanted to see more convention centers, not just in Kuching, or an expansion of the existing convention center in Kuching, and also for other convention centers to be built probably in Miri or other parts of Sarawak. This is a very lucrative business event actually. This year we look forward to hosting 78 business events worth Ringgit Malaysia 377.7 million in total economic impact. We expect to gain approximately Ringgit Malaysia 205 million in delegate expenditures, Ringgit Malaysia 22.6 million in taxes, and more than 29,000 jobs. Some substantial events that Sarawak is hosting include, firstly, the 27th World Congress on Innovation and Technology 2023, which will bring in about 6,500 delegates. That's about the maximum that we can host at the Borneo BCCK. Secondly, the Asia Craft 2023 Expo and Forum, which will bring in 350 delegates and 450 exhibitors booth. Thirdly, the International Energy Week or IEW 2023, which will bring in about 800 delegates and 120 exhibitors' booths. Fourthly, the 12th Congress of the Asian Pacific Society on Thrombosis and Hemostasis 2023, which will bring in about 1,000 delegates. Fifthly, Asia Pacific Conference on Zoonotic and Neglected Tropical Diseases 2023, which will bring in about 600 delegates. The industry is flourishing well, and we shall continue to place a high priority on anchoring business events that deliver both economic and legacy impact. Ecotourism and community-based tourism. The PCDS 2030 has identified ecotourism as the strategic focus under the tourism sector's aspiration. Ecotourism has become a positive force for conservation and development that is economically and ecologically sustainable around the world, especially among local communities living in rural and remote areas. Among the KPIs which are relevant to ecotourism are 20% increase in community-based tourism, an increase of homestay clusters from 46 in 2019 to 60 clusters as it is now, 18% increase of homestay operators' monthly household income from Ringgit Malaysia 646 in 2019 to present Ringgit Malaysia 2,800. An increased number of tourist guides from 219 when it was in 2019 to presently 400. An increased number of park guides from 173 in 2019 to 300, and 100 eco-community hosts by 2030. In 2022, to realize these targets, my ministry has conducted the following activities. Firstly, collaboration with MOTEC Malaysia to register homestay owners. Currently, we have 48 homestay clusters with 596 homestay operators and 1,401 rooms. These homestay operators throughout Sarawak have recorded 194,814 visitors and collected a revenue amounting to Ringgit Malaysia 23 million. And I'm very sure this will definitely help the homestay operators who are mostly in the rural areas. This year, together with MOTEC Sarawak office, my ministry is targeting to add 2 more homestay clusters, making the list to 50 clusters. 440 homestay operators, tour guides, and park guides were trained also in 2022 on marketing strategies, service quality management, and tourism product knowledge to improve their knowledge and skills to enhance their homestay service quality. The Swinburne University of Technology Sarawak campus was assigned to undertake an action research on sustainable tourism development related to CBT or community-based tourism value-added programs as the vehicle for social economic enhancements. Its objective is to evaluate the effectiveness of the current homestay business and recommend value-added CBT framework. This will help my ministry to further improve the operation of homestay businesses to be more competitive in Sarawak. New ecotourism product development. Sarawak Delta Geopark was officially declared as the 6th National Geopark since the 20th of June 2022. As part of the new geotourism product, my ministry is currently developing 2 proposed geo-trails at Kampong Kuop in Palawan and another one in Bau district. Upon completion, these geo-trails will be packaged and promoted for public as well as visitors' enjoyment. The process of inscribing the archaeological heritage of Nia National Park's cave complex as the second UNESCO World Heritage Site in Sarawak under the Mixed Properties for Natural and Cultural Heritage Site is currently ongoing. The final refined dossier has been submitted to UNESCO on the 30th of January 2023 and subsequently expecting it to be inscribed in the World Heritage List by 2024. I can just imagine once it has been inscribed, there will be a flux of tourists going down to Miri just to see this new site. Going to Mulu, which is our first heritage, which is given recognition by UNESCO under the World Heritage Site. Not many locals can go there because to get to Mulu, you have to use flight, and it's also quite pricey. But if it is Nia, which is given that recognition, where you can go by road and on the new Pagi trail, I'm very, very sure Miri will be the new destination. Yeah. To reinforce this process, the construction of a bridge and a Pagi trail project to the main cave is under implementation now, coupled with ongoing marketing, promotions, and capacity building programs for local communities. Sarawak Forestry Corporation has also developed eco-conservation products in various national parks and nature reserves. In 2022, these eco-conservation products have attracted an encouraging number of participants, with frogging and night walk activities as the most popular among participants. Frogging between parties, not very popular now. But these actual frogs are very popular among the tourists. Sustainable tourism. In line with PCDS 2030 goals by my ministry, we are finding ways to ensure that Sarawak tourism industry is more sustainable and resilient after being hit hard by the pandemic. It is necessary to embrace sustainable tourism policies to maximize the positive impact of tourism on society, environment, as well as the economy. My ministry is actively building partnership with various international bodies, agencies, and institutions to affect the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or in short, SDGs, to which Malaysia is a signatory. Among them are the World Tourism Organization, United World Tourism Organization, or in short UNWTO, which has got its headquarters in Madrid, Spain, PATA, that is Pacific Asia Travel Association, and TIES, the IES, the International Ecotourism Society, with the aim of promoting responsible tourism. This has been elaborated by Honourable Member for LANGSUNG during his debate in this August House. To repeat, the Sarawak delegation, the trip which is led by myself to Spain recently, was to strengthen the collaboration with UNWTO, introducing Sarawak as a responsible tourism destination and a leading destination for ecotourism and business events in Southeast Asia. Sarawak Tourism Board and Sarawak Research Society were officially admitted as UNWTO affiliate members. Notably, a professor from UCSI University in Sarawak, that is Dr. Hiram Ting, was included in the UNWTO panel of tourism experts, making him the first person in Sarawak and in Malaysia to assume such role. It is quite an achievement for us. My ministry also collaborates with the Faculty of Hospitality and Tourism Management, UCSI University, Sarawak Campus, Sarawak Research Society, or SRS, to publish the first international journal in responsible tourism management, or JRTM, about tourism in Sarawak since 2021. This journal actually has become a source of information for those who wish to look into articles on responsible tourism. For the information of Ahli Yang Berhormat for Telang Usan and also honorable members of this House, in tandem with the Sarawak Economic Action Council, or SEAC Tourism Aspiration, by 2023, Sarawak will be a leading destination for ecotourism and business event in ASEAN region, driven by empowered communities to conserve heritage, culture, and biodiversity, and to promote investment and development through responsible actions. Sarawak Tourism Board has conducted several responsible tourism programs among the local communities, especially those directly involved in the tourism sector, especially the homestay operators, whereby they were taught to recycle plastic waste into useful household items. This includes the making of soap from used cooking oil. In practicing recycling, the homestay operators are promoting sustainable tourism practices which preserves the environment around their village and community. Sarawak Tourism Board will continue to collaborate with the local tourism community to advocate SDGs as outlined by UNWTO. Sarawak Tourism Board is also intensifying the practice of responsible tourism in the upcoming Rainforest World Music Festival 2023. It was also done in the Rainforest World Music Festival 2022. For this year, with the implementation of various measures to ensure a sustainable and eco-friendly festival. Among them are activities which advocate sustainability, including the banning of single-use plastic, encouraging upcycling of used materials, and exploring innovative solutions to waste management. When I was in the ITB Berlin, when they hear the name Sarawak, they know about Rainforest World Music Festival. And they're very happy, the media people in Europe, they're very happy to see the approach that we are adopting to make sure, even when it comes to hosting music festival, we'll make sure responsible tourism is being practiced. No plastic bottles and things like that. We always only have places for them to drink, those kiosks, but we don't allow bringing in plastic bottles. Yeah. Art, culture, and heritage. One of the foremost tasks of the ministry is to enhance policies on cultural heritage and tourism sustainability by improving the preservation and management of heritage. With the new Sarawak Heritage Ordinance 2019, the state's tangible and intangible heritage will be identified and documented with proper heritage management and preservation plan. conservation of heritage. Community engagement programs on heritage conservation will be held among local communities and NGOs and related agencies in Serian, in Semunjan, as well as in Bario. The program will include the conservation and preservation of tangible and intangible heritage, such as historical and cultural buildings, monuments, and sites. My ministry will work closely with Sarawak Museum Department to implement these important projects. The Brook Coal Mine at Gunung Ngili, Semunjan, the Japanese structures from before World War II at Kampung Senyawan, Jepun, Serian, and the megalith culture at Bario have been identified and proposed to be gazetted as heritage buildings, monuments, and sites under the Sarawak Heritage Ordinance 2019. Heritage Art and Culture Facilitation Fund. The Heritage Art and Culture Facilitation Fund, Dana Mudah Cara Warisan Seni dan Budaya, which was launched on the 27th of April 2022, has supported 80 activities and programs throughout the state, amounting to Ringgit Malaysia 4.65 million up to the end of 2022. The programs and activities under the Dana Mudah Cara for Art, Culture and Heritage are 7 visual art programs, 3 photography contests and exhibition, and 4 art exhibition. Secondly, 9 book publication on intangible heritage, such as folklores of the Iban, the Bidayu, the Punan, Kelabit, and Chinese. Thirdly, 70 capacity building workshop related to special effect makeup, stage performance lighting, ethnic song composition, acting skills, motif designs. Fourthly, 15 heritage-related seminars, such as on traditional Malay archery, method of folding the tengkolok, making of traditional Lun Bawang musical instrument, silat competition, lion and dragon dance parade. Fifthly, 4 literary art on Arabic and Chinese calligraphy contests and exhibition. Sixthly, 28 performing arts inclusive of 5 musical performances, 5 song competition, and 8 theatre performances. The activities and events organized by artists and associations has helped to promote awareness on the importance of Sarawak's unique and diversified, rich heritage, art and culture. Creative industry. Dato' Speaker, in developing creative industry, my ministry has conducted workshop on the 8th of July 2022. Ultimately, this industry is defined into 5 major categories with 18 subcategories, namely creative art, which covers music, visual art, performing art, and literary art. Secondly, art and culture, which covers culinary, gastronomy, and craft. Thirdly, media production, which covers film, television, radio, and digital media. Fourthly, design, which covers fashion, architecture, interactive design, graphic design, and interior design. And fifthly, information technology, which covers software, computer games, and animation. 2 town hall sessions have been organized in Kota Semerahan and Serian Division on the 25th of February 2023 and in Miri Division on the 18th of March 2023. I attended the one in Kota Semerahan and I can see the excitement, the enthusiasm of all those who are in the industry in these 2 town hall sessions. the kind of question that comes about, and I was quite amazed with the participants, the number of people who would drive all the way to Samarahan from Kuching just to participate in that town hall. A few more are being planned with the objective of creating an understanding and awareness of creative industry in Sarawak and collect feedback from the industry players so as to formulate its strategy. A total of 350 artisans, craftsmen, representatives of NGO related to art, culture, and heritage attended the town hall session, as most initial findings were related to the need to develop the potential of the industry to start-up grants. My ministry will apply from the Premier's office to continue the Dana Mudah Cara Warisan Seni dan Budaya, which has a remaining balance of ringgit Malaysia 5.35 million. This Dana Mudah Cara was introduced by Premier actually last year, but for this year it is not there, but then we will apply for it. It looks like it has created an interest and it can support those who are in this industry. So that I strongly believe, and I strongly supported also for that Dana Mudah Cara to be continued. In addition to the awareness for creative industry, one of the main features during the Kembara Ulang Tahun Ke-60 exhibition, starting from end of this month, that is on the 28th of this month, until the 22nd of July 2023. Borneo Cultures Museum. This year, the Borneo Cultures Museum received 123,727 visitors as at 2 days ago, as at yesterday, 21st of May 2023, or 2 days ago, yeah, and has had a total of 683,062 visitors since its official opening on the 4th of March 2022 and opened to the public on the 9th of March 2022. For 2022, the number of visitors from Malaysia is 547,803, which comprise of 97 of all the visitors that come a visit to the Borneo Cultures Museum. And 3%, the balance 3% of 11,532 are foreigners. So you can see the kind of interest the Borneo Cultures Museum has created. It has become somehow of a must-visit place for all visitors that come to Kuching. Meanwhile, for January to mid-May 2023, the number of Malaysian visitors is 116,664. That is 94%. Foreigners, 7,063, that is 6%. These foreigners are mostly from Indonesia, from China, from Australia, as well as from Brunei. Since its opening, notable guests of the museum includes foreign ambassadors and ministers, consulates, state and federal government agencies, various educational institutions, and private NGOs. Among distinguished guests of the museum includes Her Majesty Sri Paduka Baginda Raja Permaisuri Agong, who visited it on the 29th of March 2022 and on the 5th of July 2022. Actually, I was there when she was visiting the museum, and she spent hours inside the museum, about 3 hours. Distinguished guests who visited in 2023 include the German economic delegates that come in together with the President of Germany. The President of Germany visited the national parks. The entourage, the economic delegates, go to the museum to pay a visit. The former ambassador of Saudi Arabia to Malaysia came on the 2nd of March 2023. Her Royal Highness Raja Puan Muda Perak came on the 7th of March 2023. The China Embassy in Kuala Lumpur, the ambassador visit to Malaysia on the 22nd of March 2023. The ambassador of the Republic of Croatia came on the 28th of March 2023. The Deputy Director General or the Secretary of Fujian Province, China, came on the 17th of April 2023. And also the High Commissioner of Brunei to Malaysia came on the 16th of May 2023, among others. The museum also received visits from various educational institutions such as preschool, primary and secondary schools, and public and private institutions or universities. Besides that, the facilities at the museum, which include an auditorium, a function room, a temporary exhibition hall, and an art and craft gallery, has hosted 123 events since August 2023. There's also a restaurant in the museum which has even hosted weddings for those who came all the way from Singapore who wish to tie the knot in the museum. Yeah. This include workshops, conferences, exhibitions, school programs, TV filmings, art performances, and school and college graduation ceremonies. Those are among the other events that have been hosted or held at the museum. It has become quite of a interesting place. Before, we only visit the museum when we are in school. But now the museum has become a vibrant place where whoever your friends come in, whether from West Malaysia, or from Singapore, from overseas, the first thing you tell them, if you are in Kuching, that is one of the must-visit place that you must go. The feedback has been very positive from locals as well as foreigners. Visitors were impressed by the way the artifacts were exhibited in the museum, which has set a very high standard for other museums in Malaysia to emulate. Sarawakians should be very proud to have a world-class museum as a benchmark for other museum agencies and institutions. Actually, the last few days I was having my dinner at Sarawak Club. There is a tourist from UK. He came to know this is the Minister of Tourism, so he came over, we had a chat, and he was really giving such impressive remark about the Borneo Cultures Museum. It's one of the best museums that I have visited, is it? Somebody from UK. And then, of course, as Sarawakians, we feel very, very proud when we get that kind of acknowledgement. MOUs and strategic partnership. The Sarawak Museum Department is continuously pursuing national and international collaboration with other museums and institutions. This May, the department was invited to collaborate in this month of May, to collaborate in 2 international exhibitions. The first one is in the United States, which is called Memphis May International Festival, currently held in Memphis, USA. This is a month-long festival held in Memphis, Tennessee, USA. This year, the festival selected Malaysia as the honored country. And for this event, the department, that is museum, was invited by Mottech Malaysia to loan 24 of the artifacts that we have in the museum for the exhibition, which showcases the beauty of Sarawak's cultural heritage to the world. These artifacts are on display at the Museum of Science and History, Memphis, from the 1st until the 31st of May, 2023. So hopefully with all these exhibits being shown in the United States, it will create an interest. Where is this Sarawak? Where is this Borneo? Well, they might want to come down here. The second exhibition was the London Craft Week, which was held from the 4th until the 14th of May this year, this month. I attended this London Craft Week. The department contributed in preparing the content for the exhibition and loaned a masterpiece artifacts from Sarawak for the exhibition. This was a beaded baby carrier, which is more than 100 years old, I was made to inform, which is designed with a full human figure made for the high-class aristocrat of the Kenyah community. Besides exhibition, more wide-ranging collaboration will be established this year through strategic partnership with the Natural History Museum London and the Lee Kong Chian Natural History Museum of Singapore. The outcome of this partnership will be the signing of Memorandum of Understanding with this institution. Apart from that, the department is also working closely with the British Museum London to send a curator for the international training program from July to August 2023. In addition, the department is currently working on bringing back the Kenyah Badeng Sun Hat from Pitts Rivers Museum in Oxford, United Kingdom. During the department's last trip to London, that was in May, they were together for the London Craft Week. The delegates, since they are there, they don't want to waste their time. They also visited and make connection with the museum in United Kingdom. That's always how we do it. When I went for ITB Berlin, right after ITB Berlin, I fly to Madrid to meet UNESCO. Another batch goes to Amsterdam to do marketing since they are in Europe. Likewise, when we were in London for the London Craft Week, those from museum also went over to see the museum. So delegation outside of Sarawak, we don't waste the money just like that, because since we are down there, we try to make effort, unlike what has been looked up to by some others actually, that we are wasting a lot of money going down there. During the department's last trip to London, the delegates initiated a courtesy call to the Pitts Rivers Museum to discuss and submit the official request for the return of the sun hat, of the Kenyah Badeng sun hat just now. Bringing back the sun hat will give a new meaning and significance to the people of Sarawak, as new interpretation of old histories will come to light. The sun hat actually was taken away from the Kenyah during one of the tribal war in the Baram area, if I'm not mistaken. It was taken away and then brought to UK. So that's why we are asking for the sun hat to be returned back to us. Besides international collaboration, the department is continuously pursuing national and state collaboration with other institutions. The department is assisting other agencies in various UNESCO nominations. This includes Sarawak Forestry Corporation for the UNESCO nomination of Nia National Park, Sarawak, as a World Heritage Site. In addition, the department is collaborating with the Forest Department, Sarawak, on the Sarawak Delta Geopark project for UNESCO nomination in 2024. Currently, the department is on the technical committee under the direction of the Forest Department Sarawak, researching the culture and heritage within the Kuching, Santubong, Bako, Bahu, and Padawan areas as key elements for the nomination. For this project, the department organized a 2-day workshop in the Bahu district on the 21st and 22nd of March 2023, joined by MAIS, or Majlis Adat Istiadat Sarawak, UNIMAS, the local councils, Kuching Resident Office, local community leaders, and association. The purpose of this workshop was to collect data on the tangible and intangible heritage, archaeological findings, traditional knowledge, including language and native cuisines in the area. The next workshop will be held in June for Padawan Sub-District. Publication. As of 2022, the department has published 1 Sarawak Museum Journal and 9 books, namely Topeng Koleksi di Museum Sarawak, Keringkam Koleksi Museum Sarawak, Manuskrip Jawi Koleksi Terpilih di Jabatan Museum Sarawak, Numismatic Koleksi Shilling dan Duit Kertas di Jabatan Museum Sarawak, Rock Art in Sarawak, Permainan Zaman Kanak-kanak di Sarawak, Permainan Zaman Kanak-kanak di Sarawak, Etnik Melayu, Siri 1, dan Mollusca Snails, Gastropoda in Sarawak Museum, and Koleksi Museum Sarawak, Budaya Sarawak dan Warisan Etnik. Dan yang terakhir, The Bones, berkenaan dengan tulang. For 2023, the annual publication of the Sarawak Museum Journal is expected to be in November. 2 books to be published is the one on the Rumah Sri Aman project and another one on the Green Turtle in Sarawak. Not many of our younger generation knows about Sri Aman. This year is going to be the 50th anniversary of the Peace Treaty Sri Aman, whereby Simanggang was also called Sri Aman, that's how the name Sri Aman came about. And we are turning the place where the Peace Treaty was penned to be a Peace Treaty Museum, a museum to commemorate that Peace Treaty. Handicraft industry, Tan Sri Datuk Speaker, first and foremost, I would like to again express my thanks and appreciation to all members of this August House for their views and support on the recently passed Sarawak Crafts Bill 2023. My thanks to those involved, especially the industry players, the various non-governmental organizations, academicians, individual related government agencies, and of course, members of the council members and staff who has contributed in one way or another. I wish to also thank the State Attorney General Office and members, honorable members of this August House for participating in the debate. 19 of you participated. We show how much of interest craft and culture is to members of this honorable House. The Sarawak Craft Council will immediately undertake necessary action to ensure the bill to be implemented accordingly to achieve its objective and to meet the needs and aspiration of all stakeholders, the government as well as the rakyat. Among the immediate action that will be implemented are, firstly, to initiate the process of organizational restructuring and appointment of officers and staff. Secondly, to appoint the board of directors and the CEO. Thirdly, those appointed shall be persons with the relevant expertise, knowledge and experience about the industry as per clause 4 of the ordinance. And I'll make sure the person who is going to sit in the council as well who's going to be the CEO will be somebody who is passionate about craft, who has got a good knowledge about Sarawak's craft. Thirdly, to propose and secure funding for the Council to operate and develop the industry. With these initial steps in place, Sarawak Craft Council will be able to implement programs and activities. Among the initial programs and tasks that will be prioritized would be, firstly, revisit the current development plan and policies, taking into account the function and powers that are outlined in the bill, the PCDS 2030, the Tourism Master Plan, the 2004 Handicraft Development Study, other related laws, policies and technologies, including information technologies. The expected output would be firm up policies, strategies and development plan on marketing, capacity building, research and development. Secondly, to enhance the processes and expand the scope of documentation of products, producers, artisans, traditional skills and knowledge, primarily in digital format, to ensure such data, skills and knowledge are not lost and available to the public for information and reference. Thirdly, to initiate the processes and appropriate steps to identify, document and secure the intellectual property rights for craft, motif productions, processes. As of February 2021, only Songket Rajang has been registered under geographical indicator under the Intellectual Property Corporation of Malaysia, or MyIPO. Fourthly, to appoint working committees which would include experts, experienced and knowledgeable individuals to assist in specific tasks such as A. Certification of Sarawak craft products, B. Governance, integrity and accountability, and C. Marketing and sales. Fifthly, to initiate research on the regeneration and replanting of rattan, as what has been initiated or advised by Ahli Yang Berhormat for Batu Lintang about the rattan batu, Bamban, bamboo, mengkuang, tekalung and others to ensure sustainable supply of natural raw materials. The industry is set to steer forward to achieve its total target sales of ringgit Malaysia 183.6 million of authentic Sarawak craft products, involving 1,800 resilient entrepreneurs and producers as outlined in PCDS 2030. It is also our aspiration to make Kuching sustain its World Craft City status with the construction of the Sarawak Craft Centre. The Sarawak Arts Council has conducted 58 programs and activities in total since November 2022. This includes training, classes and workshops covering various art fields such as dance, music, theatre, acting, vocal and visual art. The programs were held at Rumah Sarawak and various other venues throughout Sarawak to cater for urban as well as rural communities. This involved a total of 2,400 participants, which include art activists, NGOs, government agencies, associations, the local communities, teachers and schools, and university students of various ages, genders and races. Sarawak Arts Council, or Majlis Seni Sarawak, engages with local artists such as singers, both traditional and contemporary, dancers, actors and others for the purpose of development of arts throughout Sarawak. The annual programs were in the form of festivals, performing art competition, exhibition, workshop, dialogues on the arts, seminars and conferences held locally and internationally. Sarawak Arts Council is also actively involved in Countdown 2023, which achieved the highest rating program under TVS or TV Sarawak chart, and Sarawak Arts Council Facebook channel also reached thousands of viewers locally as well as internationally. This year, Sarawak Arts Council has been appointed to manage programs for all acara tonggak, including the 60th anniversary of Sarawak independence, which is going to be held on the 22nd of July 2023, but going to proceed or start from the 28th of May 2023. Sarawak Arts Council is always working together with other agencies for programs and activities, namely JKKNS, Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka, Sekolah Seni, Unimas, UITM, RTM, Finas, TVS, Pustaka, Institut Pendidikan Guru, Kampus Tun Abdul Razak, Semarahan, Sarawak Cultural Village, Sarawak Tourism Board, and professionals, academicians, activists from West Malaysia and Sabah, as well as those who are in the private sectors. To ensure the art heritage remain authentic, the Council also strengthened its cooperation with local NGOs, such as Amanah Khairat Yayasan Budaya Melayu Sarawak, Dayak Cultural Foundation, Dayak Bidayuh National Association, Forum, Malanau Association, Chinese Association, Indian Association, and other local arts associations. Sarawak Arts Council organized its open day from the 15th to the 17th of March 2023 to inculcate awareness and promote art programs among the community and to provide a platform for the talented, both the younger and older generation, to display and present their work. Various cultural performances were organized for public viewing in collaboration with cultural NGOs. For My Seni Grant, the Council has received a total of 26 applicants consisting of individuals, art activists, association and organization, clubs, IPTA, IPTS or Institut Pengajian Tinggi Awam, Institut Pengajian Tinggi Swasta, and companies related to art. From Kuching, there have been 17, from Samarahan 7, from Mukah 1, and from Miri 1. The grant is to assist the local community to participate and also to encourage them to develop art in their area and provide awareness of the culture and tradition among the community themselves for the purpose of its sustainability. So I hope those from the other division would also write in or request for this assistance. Because presently we have got only 4 divisions that are getting the grant. Sarawak Arts Council is currently preparing for the establishment of the Sarawak Arts Academy in parallel with the construction of the Sarawak Performing Arts Centre. Hence, Sarawak Arts Council responsibility is to conserve, preserve and provide sustainability to the culture and tradition of the various ethnic group of Sarawak, moving towards PCDS 2030. UNESCO Creative Cities Network. Under the UNESCO Creative Cities Network on gastronomy, my ministry continues to work closely with Kuching City South Council, or MBKS, and civil society groups on this project. The flagship project for this will be a new gastronomy center, scheduled for completion in 2025. Design for this new facility have been completed and approved with a revised funding of Ringgit Malaysia, 65 million from the original Ringgit Malaysia, 40 million, reported in the last Dewan sitting. Tourism product development. Datuk Speaker, tourism industry in Sarawak requires a continuous effort to develop and further improve the wide attraction catalogue that Sarawak has to offer new and returning visitors. The development of this tourism infrastructure is guided by PCDS 2030 and the Sarawak Third Tourism Master Plan. For that purpose, my ministry has been allocated with Ringgit Malaysia 360.265 million under the State 12th Malaysia Plan allocation and Ringgit Malaysia 133.25 million under the Project Rakyat allocation. From the federal government, my ministry has only received Ringgit Malaysia 18.523 million, which is a big gap, 300 million and 18 million. I hope the Federal Minister of Tourism, who happens to be a Sarawakian, can fight more for this. And also we have got a Deputy Prime Minister from Sarawak, must fight for this. Mana dapat satu tahun 18 juta saja. State government give 300 million. Yeah. Pursuant to that, from 2022 to May 2023, my ministry has completed various projects which include improvement on tourism facilities in Wind Cave Nature Reserve and Ferry Cave Nature Reserve. Secondly, linkway and railing from Fort Margarita to the Golden Bridge, Kuching. Thirdly, proposed electrical and light provision for Fort Margarita. Fourthly, upgrading and maintenance of Chinese History Museum. Fifthly, upgrading and maintenance of Kuching Aquarium. I don't know whether it's going to be an aquarium after this. Yeah. And sixth, upgrading and maintenance of Sarawak Textile Museum. The balance of the projects that are still progressing in various stages of implementation are, firstly, transformation of Brook Dockyard into Industrial Heritage Museum. Secondly, proposed Sungai Niah Bridge at Niah National Park and elevated road for buggy trail to the main cave. Thirdly, Performing Arts Centre at the Old Dun Building. Fourthly, Sarawak Arts and Handicraft Centre. Fifth, Bauk Gold Mine Museum and Park. Sixth, the new English Tea House, which is just below the water cascade from the Fort Margarita. Seven, Rumah Sri Aman Gallery, the Peace Treaty Museum just now. Eight, Rascom Museum. We're going to build a museum to commemorate the struggle which led to the setting up of Rascom. And 9, content and exhibition development for the old Sarawak Museum building, historical forts, among others, Fort Lily, Fort Brooke, Fort Ima, Fort Host, Fort Sylvia, and Santubong Archaeological Park. My ministry has also proposed several new projects under the 12th Malaysian Plan Mid-Term Review, which include the Sarawak Arts Gallery at the Old Kuching Resident Office, Miri Cultural and Heritage Museum at the Old Resident Office, and the restoration and upgrading of Islamic Heritage Museum and Exhibition. The way forward, Dato' Speaker, we are slowly reaching the end. Both the federal and Sarawak government are putting concerted effort to move the way forward and rejuvenate the tourism industry from the adverse impact of COVID-19 pandemic. With our Honourable Member for Dudong, as I mentioned just now, appointed as Federal Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture, I'm confident our two ministries can cooperate to revitalize tourism in the country. Being a Sarawakian, the opportunity to close cooperation and smooth channel of communication is more than certain. Through MOTEC, Sarawak efforts in 2022, various activities involving local communities provided various opportunities and reaped substantial earning. Among them are Program Pembangunan Craft Community, capacity building organized throughout Sarawak, has benefited more than 200 communities from various types of local craft. Secondly, national level craft festival, Hari Craft Kebangsaan 2023 in Kuala Lumpur. Total earning worth Ringgit Malaysia 730,105 for the 50 participants from Sarawak. Thirdly, Sarawak level craft events organized throughout 2022 and major division recorded total earning of ringgit Malaysia 3.05 million for more than 200 participants during sport, cultural events and tourism festival. For example, like the International Dragon Boat Festival, Regatta Sarawak, Citra Warna and many others, where during the same time there will be sales of craft. Fourthly, Festival Craft Kebangsaan 2023 in Miri Bintang Mega Mall with a total involvement of 38 handicraft entrepreneurs, including 31 entrepreneurs from Sarawak and the rest from Sabah and Selangor, with a total sales of ringgit Malaysia 221,716. Therefore, it is important to develop this synergy, and my ministry looks forward to working closely with MOTAC on tourism promotion, especially in line with the Visit Malaysia's Year 2025. Event funding, tourism product development and maintenance, tourist guide licensing and syllabus, enforcement of licensing and reinstatement of MOTAC Sarawak office in Cebu and Miri, connectivity and accessibility, national ecotourism and National Tourism Plan, Sarawak Malaysia My Second Home program, crafts and many others. My ministry will aggressively intensify Sarawak More to Discover together with Cuti Malaysia and Visit Malaysia Year 2025 campaign with greater urgency and vigor. Sarawak will continue to entice and invite the world to explore and rediscover Sarawak, not only to appreciate the plethora of Sarawak's beauty, but also to be the limelight along the path of a long and winding road to Sarawak tourism revival. In conclusion, Datuk Speaker, I would like to thank ahli-ahli yang berhormat for Kelakar, Beting Maru, Kerian, and many others, including during the debate on the Craft Council, the suggestion which they make. For the suggestion that they make for my ministry as well as the agencies under the ministry, we shall address the issues raised within the context of PCDS 2030 and will work closely with Divisional Tourism and DTTG and the regional development agencies covering their constituencies so as to address them. I would like to also take this opportunity to thank Tan Sri Dato' Amar Speaker as well as Dato' Speaker and all staff of Dewan Undangan Negeri for your excellent handling of all the Dewan proceedings. The Sarawak State Secretary, the Federal Secretary, as well as all government departments, both state and federal, and not forgetting the staff of my own ministry for their hard work, commitment and dedication in giving the necessary support and input, including the two Timbalan Menteri who are assisting me in this ministry. I wish to take this opportunity to wish, even though Shawwal has already passed, Selamat Hari Raya Aidilfitri to all Muslims. Actually, I can still wish Selamat Hari Raya Aidil Adha because Aidil Adha is coming soon. Another Hari Raya. To all Muslims, Selamat Hari Wesak, Selamat Hari Gawai Daya, Gayu Guru Gerai Nyamai Lantang Senang, Nguan Menua. To all those celebrating. I would like to also express my deep gratitude to Yang Berhormat Dato' Amar State Secretary, Yang Arif Datuk Seri State Attorney General, and Yang Berbahagia Datuk Seri State Financial Secretary for their continuous support. My sincere appreciation and gratitude to Tan Sri Dato' Amar Speaker, to Tuan Speaker, Datuk Speaker, and your team for their dedication and efficiency in handling the proceeding of this August House. Sebagai penutup, ucapan pengulungan, izinkan saya kongsikan dua rangkap pantun. Sungai Sarawak di tebing halaman, perahu tambang dihias sulaman. Seni persembahan, seni berzaman, pujangga budaya tinggalan warisan. Dari lunduk sampai ke lawas, bermacam budaya di pertengah semua. 60 tahun pimpinan dicapai luas. Sarawak maju makmur dikecapi semua. Datuk Speaker, akhirnya sekali saya dengan segala hormatnya menyokong penuh usul penghargaan ke atas ucapan Tuan Yang Terutama Yang di-Pertua Negeri Sarawak. Sekian, terima kasih.
Terima kasih Yang Berhormat Menteri. Thank you for a very comprehensive reply relating to your Ministry of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts. It's quite a long one, I believe. We should deserve a short break for 20 minutes. Until then, we'll hear again from Yang Berhormat Menteri for your reply for another ministry, Ministry Youth. Shall we adjourn? 20 minutes.